So this is the early hours of the morning before travel. Normally I can get a decent deal with either travel or the hotel, and sometimes both. But in this occasion, nothing's cheap. It's already ludicrously expensive. And if you want to see if this episode becomes vulgarly expensive, please sit down, gather round, and enjoy the episode. And we're off. We're heading into the city centre to catch a train at Glasgow Central, and then it will become clearer then. A little perk me up before we get a train. A fun fast fact before starting filming at the table here, and a cheese toastie, but unfortunately the bit of ham within the toastie came out, burning part of my mouth and landing on my lap, so it looks quite genuinely like I pissed myself, you know. 10 minutes late on the way into the station, so what does that mean? 10 minutes late leaving, and we were brought onto the platform, and you can see there's a lot of people congregating. So the seats are reserved opposite direction of travel, but the seats are still not taken. I'll give it to fortunately Motherwell and switch over like I are to level. That life. And we're off. Right, Glaswegians, in my absence, behave yourselves, or I will come back up to Glasgow to kick you in the dick and tweak your nipples. Right, let's get doing the dreaded toilet review. Toilet flushing. Ooh, mistake. Water. Yeah. Water. So, had our works. And what a difference changing seat makes. Hi folks, we got into Liverpool Line Street bang on time, and it was a comfortable journey. The only thing I got to moan about is the ticket price, which is 40 odd pounds, compared to the National Express at 12, 15 quid, etc. But I've got to say one thing very good. It was a very comfortable journey. And we had a wee snack trolley floating about every so often. We got into the station bang on time. And yeah, I'm very happy with it. And now the next thing I've got to do in my list of to-do things is get myself to the station's taxi park and get myself a taxi to the hotel. Now this is another additional little expense I have to consider, because it's not near the train station, this hotel, it's about a mile away. So come on, join us. Right. This reminds me of a few years ago when I got a wall of text in the comments box from somebody from Chester, and it was a big wall of text, and then at the end a Google diagnostic for a condition I've never had. I only take diagnostic and care information from trained, time-served doctors, consultants and other professionals, not just somebody that heard maybe a wee snippet about me and went on a kind of weird rampage construction wall of text that I seen. Oh, this nice wee arrangement of food comes up to £6.20. It would have came up to a fiver if I didn't add on sides, 2 sides to be exact, 60 for your head. Hello folks and welcome to the travel lodge within Liverpool. Now I'm here for 2 nights and the 2 night stay is costing me £339. Now there's a reason for it but we'll talk about it in a minute. Good nice spacious bathroom. Brand new bed, says the receptionist. Beds have never been a problem in my opinion, but it's always good to hear they're regularly getting changed over. Got the telly over there. Here we are. The reason the hotel room is so pricey this weekend is because the Bruce Springsteen concert is on in Liverpool and literally thousands upon thousands are attending, so obviously I need a place to stay. And when I was trying to get a hotel room, my goodness it was difficult. I did get this one, albeit vulgarly expensive, but ultimately the room seems to be very fit and capable for me. Fun fact is, I haven't unpacked yet, so if you let me do that, I'll be eternally grateful. And it's time to give the shower a try. It's one of these type shower slash tap convert with the button type thing here. Oh, it's actually bang on. Yes. Let's get this camera put down. A fun wee fact I want to tell you about. See, the shower head very frequently gets checked by the cleaners between residents of hotels for Legionella, also known as Legionella testing. And if you go to use your shower and water's coming out of here, it's because the threading hasn't been done correctly. So just stop the shower, give the threading a wee check, make sure it's tight, and you'll probably realise it's just off by a wee bit, so just tighten it up and then restart your shower. You know what I've learned recently? The word dock can have an extra bit put on the end, making it say docking. See when you see the sign outside an Ibis have nothing on its screen, it's a quick indication that the price is going to be a bit disappointing. You may assume, and you're probably right, these are rental scooters. Now, I don't really like the way it's operated here at Newcastle and various other cities. Right? You have to go and download an app, store your bank data within the app, and then interact with it to actually get a use of these scooters. And there are people who don't have bank cards. In other countries, they have what you call coin-operated terminal boxes where you walk up, you pay the fee, you get a scooter, and then you return it. That's a far better option than this. Well, I got myself a wee bit of shopping from Home Bargains. Never vulgarly expensive in here. I might need the bathroom, but I'm certainly not going there. We're in a store, a convenience shop that stocks every flavour of prime known to man, and then some more. But I'm going to show you something. Right? The RRP for any bottle of prime is dropped by 10%. Wow. I didn't realise things were going that bad for Mr. Logan Prime. I was standing in the doorway of this lap dancing club, but it's shut, eating my chips and cheese, and one guy came up to me. He kind of looked straight in the eye, and clearly he was a bit nervous about asking if I was doing any dances tonight. And he says, where's the new shop? And it's just literally just behind with that white car you see. Then another guy came up and are you on tonight? It only clicked after the whole incident what he was meaning. Wow. I'm a guy with a plan to shake them cans. There's a sign bearing the old-fashioned department store known as Lewis's before it became Debenhams. But I know that Lewis. Pretty cool, Lewis.
And he will kick your ass for ditching the National Express coach for that Transpennine Express train. Ugh.
Ew. And I'll tell you something more as well. Remember when I used to perform? Not that long into it, somebody from BBC actually asked me if I would like to make sketches and skits for him, and I told him I don't work for pedos. I told him to get out of the venue before I start shouting. So let's talk about the brand new bed. In Glasgow the phrase brand new can mean good, and it certainly does apply here. The bed was comfortable, supportive, and didn't keep me overly hot or too cold. Just perfect actually. Now, although the hotel room faces an arterial road, right, the noise was minimal, maybe even didn't bother me an iota. So, although it was an expensive bedroom, it certainly was worth it, and I would certainly come back again. One type of food I love very much is Chinese. So I've been following this map instead of using Google Maps because Google Maps can be very interesting, and interestingly enough, I'm on the right track. Not bad. Right, we are. We found it with little or no problem. There's Chinatown, and this is one of the signs for the new year. Turns out, if I went straight up that road with the kind of yellow brick houses there, I would have saved about 5 minutes, but to be honest, I'm quite happy enough the way it is, and I'm looking forward to a really, really good lunch. This is the full extent of Liverpool's Chinatown area. It's clearly small, but I can smell some really good food, and to be honest, I'm going to turn this camera off and get eating. That's lunch ordered, and I cannot wait. There is potentially something I could have after lunch. Well, that was £36.90 for lunch. Sounds quite expensive, but if you look back at the photograph, you'll see I got a fair amount for my buck, as they say. I call this the obligatory tilt and pan of the Chinatown statue. This building actually reminds me of a bit of footage I created a few years ago, and I almost forgot about it. It's called Judge Vannans, where there's a case in the court. It's a multiple murder through acrid farting. It's funny as fuck. I'm going to try and find it and put it through post to maybe bring it into the episode. Who knows? Let's see. Let's give it a try.
Statues of Michelangelo and Raphael on either side of the entrance is the Walker Art Gallery. It houses a world-famous collection of pre-Raphaelite works on display and is free to enter.
This is Albert Dock. This is where This Morning used to be filmed. And it's only took till now to get me down here And to be honest, I'm quite a few years late to meet Philip Schofield. With my horrible looks, I don't think he would want to try scuttle my bum. Right, folks, let's have a guess how much I paid for the can of Fanta. Bearing in mind, Home Bargains there's a can of Fanta for 59 pence. The answer is £3.50. I had to go for this in a matter of emergency because I'd been about 4 hours without a drink and I was on a tour bus best part of half of that time. So yeah, and also that £3.50 was mad expensive. It was vulgar, and talking of which, I might have to go and find Philip Schofield to earn my money back. I'm just taking a wee evening stroll to a bar. Maybe spend a wee hour or two in there. And then I'm going to go home to pack my bags to go to my proper home. It's been pretty awesome so far, I've got to admit. Right, I went in for my usual tipple. And it costed £6. Compared to other places, that's pretty expensive.
I hope La Jolla Hill has some of them sexy drug-fueled parties running tonight. I am not sitting in a hotel room on my own, whilst Naomi Campbell struts about the bars and clubs.
The definition of free in a bed. All good things come to an end, sadly, and it's just only about 12 hours away until we get the train back to Glasgow from Liverpool. Are you able to identify yourself from the video?
Yes.
This is a serious matter. Take it seriously. On that train, 6 people died and stand. 3 in first class, and the driver died as well.
Now see that video? It's absolute factless garbage with nothing meriting proof. All we see is people vomiting on a train then collapsing. And that's what you get for being in first class.
I think I've discovered something vulgar and very expensive. It was my mistake actually, because you see your ticket says valid on the 9th, today's the 8th. That thing's not going to be valid anytime soon. And to get myself back moving again, right, £69.10 worth of tickets. That hurts. Not only that, my replacement travel plan features a real replacement bus that will take approximately an hour 50 miles to get in. Although it takes 4 hours 55 in total, anything is possible with real replacement. Right, Liverpool, you were amazing. May I see you sometime soon. My subs, equally amazing. And anybody who chooses to watch my videos in any capacity, these are all amazing. Now, next video will be in August. We'll be doing something special. I don't know exactly how to articulate it, but ultimately, if you do have Facebook, join the Vannans page and you'll possibly see some tidbits here and there as the plans occur. But until the next time, we love you long time.